turn his mic on, is it not?
Cold in here, you better lower it. This meeting is being held in accordance with the public laws of 1975, Chapter 231. An adequate notice of this meeting has been provided by a notice sent to the Star Ledger, the local source, and posted in the main lobby of the municipal building on Township website. Pledge of allegiance is here.
Not here.
Or
Somebody
not
else.
here? Pledge of allegiance be led by. Please remain standing for our troops here and abroad. Thank you. Roll call.
Mayor Huber,
Here.
Deputy Mayor Laufer,
Present.
Committeeman Capides,
Here.
Committeeman Kaiser,
Present.
Committeeman Weber.
Here.
Proclamations and announcements. Springfield 55 plus residents calendars for October is out. Fall Festival and Car Show, Sunday, October 5th, 11 to 5. Free admission, food trucks, vendors, live music, beer garden, and much more. Rain date is the 19th. Okay. All municipal offices will be closed on Columbus Day, Monday, October 13th. Quarry Walk is Sunday, the 19th, from 11 to 1. Arrive no later than 10:45. No dogs or strollers are permitted. Rain date is the 26th. If you've never been on it, you should try it. It is very nice. Farmers Market, last day will be Monday, October 27th. Please remember, bikes and strollers are prohibited from the track at Mizell. Should anyone observe a violation of this policy, immediately contact the Union County Police at 908-654-9800. Poll workers are needed. Earn $300 from November election. Call 908-527-4123 for details. Now we'll have a swearing in. First, we'll have Captain Westover. Yeah. All right. I state your name.
I, Ryan Westover,
Solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States
do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and I will bear true faith
and that I will bear true faith
and alliance to the same,
and allegiance to the same,
to the government established in the United States and in this state,
and to the governments established in the United States and this state,
under the authority of the people,
under the authority of the people,
that I will faithfully,
and that I will faithfully,
impartially,
impartially,
and justly
and justly
perform all the duties of the office
perform all the duties of the office of captain,
according to the best of my ability, so help me God.
according to the best of my ability, so help me God.
You said you couldn't. Congratulations.
Lieutenant Daniel Zezer.
Oh. Hello? Okay. I state your name.
I, Daniel Zezer,
Do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States
do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and I will bear true faith
and that I will bear true faith
and allegiance to the same
and allegiance to the same,
and to the government established in the United States
and to the governments established in the United States
and in this state,
and in this state,
and the authority of the people,
under the authority of the people,
and I will faithfully,
and that I will faithfully,
impartially,
impartially,
and justly
and justly
perform all the duties
perform all the duties
of the office of,
of the office of lieutenant,
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations. Turn around, they want your picture. Whoa, whoa. Congratulations.
Lieutenant Keith Christopher.
Hello. Congratulations. I state your name.
I, Keith Christopher,
Do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States
do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey.
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
That I will bear true faith
and that I will bear true faith
and allegiance
and allegiance
to the same
to the same
and to the government established in the United States
and to the government established in the United States
under the authority of the people,
under the authority of the people,
and I will faithfully,
and that I will faithfully,
impartially,
impartially,
and justly perform all the duties
and justly perform all the duties
of the office of,
lieutenant,
according to the best of my ability, so help me God.
according to the best of my abilities, so help me God.
Congratulations. Thank you. You can stab him if you want.
I mean, somebody did mention that. I'm gonna kill you. Oh, there we go. Oh, I see, there's a slot. There's a, just leave it down, everybody's watching. Everybody's watching?
Okay, hold it.
Great.
Oh,
One
second.
more.
1 second.
Police Officer Anthony Crutcher, Jr.
Go here?
Yes.
Okay. I state your name.
I, Anthony Crutcher,
Do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States
do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and that I will bear true faith,
and that I will bear true faith
and allegiance
and alliance
to the same
to the same
and to the government established in the United States,
and to the government established in the United States
in this state,
and in this state,
under the authority of the people,
under the authority of the people,
and I will faithfully,
and that I will faithfully,
impartially,
impartially,
and justly perform all the duties
and justly perform all the duties
of the office of,
of the office of police officer
according to the best of my ability, so help me God.
according to the best of my ability, so help me God.
I'll turn around so I can take a picture. You taught me. Hold on. You got more? Let's see. You got 5 minutes. That's it. Hold it.
All right, the mayor's only given me 5 minutes, so. Those who have been to my somewhat lengthy or not so lengthy speeches before, you know I talk more than 5 minutes, but I just have a few things I wanted to talk about each officer. So I'm going to call each one up individually as I discuss the 4 of them. So Ryan, if you want to come up first. So I was contemplating, I got very large print, so it looks like a lot of pages, it's not that bad. So I can either be squinting in all the pictures, or I can put on my readers, which I think I'll do to save you some time. But they're all fogged up, so never mind. Anyway, very hot even though the air's on. Anyway, when officers are hired or promoted here, I always look beyond their professional resume, which obviously always says the best of everybody about themselves, to try to understand the person that I'm dealing with and who I'm looking to either move up or bring on a department. Ryan Westover has had an impressive career thus far, which began when he was 18 years old. When I asked him for some updated information for tonight's meeting, he only asked that I acknowledge his sister, Erin. She passed away 2 years ago this week on the 23rd, after a nearly 3-year battle with triple-negative cancer. I had the honor of meeting Erin, an amazing human being, and I was glad to have gotten to know her. His family and friends are here tonight, namely his parents, Rich Sr. and Diane, brother Rich Jr., wife Jackie, and son Jack. And I know that Erin is here as well, in spirit. Captain Westover is a second-generation police officer, the son of retired Sergeant Richard Westover and brother Detective Richard Westover Jr., both of whom served and serve for the Edison Police Department. At the age of 18, Ryan graduated from Middlesex County Auxiliary Police Academy and volunteered as an auxiliary officer for Edison PD. He went on to study criminology and political science at Montclair State University before becoming a 911 telecommunicator for the Edison and later Piscataway police departments. In 2009, he attended the Somerset County Police Academy, graduating in December of that year. Sworn in as a police officer in Springfield in 2010, he served in the patrol division and quickly distinguished himself with a dedication to community safety. His work led to his selection as a drug recognition expert, which is extremely difficult. I've been there, and you burn a lot of brain cells doing all this studying. Becoming a court-recognized expert in 2018. He also taught the department's DARE program and established our successful Junior Police Academy with Officer Kuna. Ryan was transferred to our Special Services Traffic Unit in 2016. Amongst his duties were crash investigations, traffic enforcement, accreditation, and many others. He was promoted to sergeant in 2017, where he supervised in the patrol division and then was assigned as a supervisor in the Traffic Special Services Division. As a sergeant, he spearheaded technological advancements within the department. Ryan was later appointed as a deputy coordinator of the Springfield Office of Emergency Management, where he has been an integral part in disaster planning and coordination of assets for the auxiliary police unit. In November 2021, he was promoted to lieutenant, assuming an administrative role. During this time, he assisted with 3 reaccreditation processes, which is a highly prestigious accomplishment through the New Jersey Chiefs of Police Association. 2022, Lieutenant Westover was awarded the 200 Club Valor Award for his life-saving efforts, along with a New Jersey State Trooper, both of whom pulled a victim of a motor vehicle crash from her burning vehicle moments before it became fully engulfed. Just this past year, he received his master's degree in emergency management from Fairleigh Dickinson University and was chosen to speak as a representative of New Jersey in Washington, D.C. on artificial intelligence in the public sector. He's married to Jacqueline and has a 10-year-old son, Jack, who dreams of becoming an astronaut or a famous singer. I know that. And he's good. I've seen him, too, and he's a comedian. Ryan was promoted to captain in July of this year, overseeing the patrol division. Due to our ongoing reorganization, which includes other promotions, Ryan asked to hold off on this ceremonial swearing in until tonight, so as to be able to have it with the other officers who are part of the reorganization. Congratulations to Captain Westover.
Should have went with your font. So this 5-minute thing's really going out the window. So this is short, though. To give anything less than your best is to sacrifice your gift. It's a good quote to my brother actually connected me with that a long time ago. To my fellow officers, all the long nights, early mornings, headaches, stress, and pain, I can tell you in this moment, it's all worth it. It just want you guys to keep going through this change that we have coming. My entire life, all I ever wanted was to be a cop. The one you call who races around town, lights and sirens, to make your worst moments a little bit better. A number of years ago, Chief Cook, then Corporal, now Captain Rachel, decided to give me a chance. They saw something in me that I didn't know I was capable of. I spent months trying to figure it out. Like, what was I chosen for this position? I was clearly not. I didn't feel I was qualified for it. I just wanted to get in the car and drive around. But through task after task, each one more difficult and involved, I slowly evolved into something, or into the reason I'm standing here before you tonight. I didn't see the potential, but I am eternally grateful that they did. As my voice began to hold value, I realized I have ability to be a voice of change in a profession that we can be quickly criticized or judged. I have the opportunity to support and guide those who work for me. Just as I was supported, I have the opportunity to be everything I want to be. Mayor Huber, committee, thank you. I appreciate this opportunity. I'm not going to let you down. Chief Cook, Captain Rachel, your guidance and believing in me, thank you for that. To my family, my wife, Jacqueline, my son, Jack, my brother, Jazz, Oliver, my in-laws, they're all here, the girls, everybody. My cousin Michael, detective from Linden, supported me through this journey. I've learned that I shouldn't wait for the perfect moment, take the moment and make it perfect. Appreciate everybody coming out. Thank you.
You other guys don't worry about having speeches. It's Ryan asked, I did, you know. So, but I do want you to stand up here. So Dan, if you can just stand here, so everybody can see who it is I'm talking about. Lieutenant Dan Zeeser. Dan began his law enforcement career with Springfield in December of 2010 as one in the first group of officers I hired as an officer in charge of the department. Between Dan's father, uncles, grandparents, and now Dan, his family has over 200 cumulative years of public service as members of police and/or fire agencies. Lieutenant Zeeser served Springfield as a patrol officer for 7 years, functioning as one of our field training officers and as a grant writer for the department, getting thousands of dollars in funding for traffic enforcement and various pieces of equipment. Dan was assigned as a member of the Union County Emergency Response Team in 2015 and 2016. He was promoted to sergeant in December of 2017, serving in the patrol division. He received departmental commendations for honorable and meritorious service for 2 separate incidents involving a gun-related arrest. Lieutenant Zeser is currently a radar and defensive tactics instructor and is a member of our department's ARRIVE team, which is a program in Union County that aims to provide mental health crisis response with police and mental health professionals acting together as a team. Dan is joined here tonight by Kelly, his wife of 10 years, and their daughters, Evelyn and Sophie, his parents, Dan Sr., Antoinette, and his siblings, Michael and Kristen, along with other family and friends. Congrats, Lieutenant Zeser. Could ad-lib something, you know. But that's all right. Then you would have put the pressure on her. So. That's all right. Lieutenant Keith Christopher. In 2005, Keith decided to follow in the footsteps of his uncle Richie, retired from Newark PD, and his cousin Anthony, retired from Elizabeth PD, and pursue a career in law enforcement. He was accepted into the alternate route program at John H. Stamler Police Academy and began training in the summer of 2005, graduating in December. Upon graduation, he was hired by Springfield as a police officer. After completing his field training, he was assigned to the Patrol Division. During his time in patrol, Lieutenant Christopher served as a field training officer, crisis intervention officer, Alcatraz coordinator, and Narcan coordinator. In 2013, he was recognized by Mothers Against Drunk Driving with the Distinguished Service Award. He also received several letters of commendation during his time as a patrol officer. In April of 2015, Keith was promoted to the rank of sergeant, during which time he served as a training officer for the department. As a sergeant, he was awarded the Exceptional Duty, Honorable Service, Meritorious Service, and the Line of Duty Wound Medals. Here supporting Keith tonight are his wife Elizabeth, daughters Madison, Hannah, and Jordan, as well as his parents Jim and Teresa, his mother-in-law Barbara, along with other family and friends. Congrats to Lieutenant Christopher. Anthony. Saved you for last to build up the stress on you, so. Officer Anthony Crutcher joins our department after serving 5 years with the East Orange Police Department. Beginning his law enforcement career at the age of 19, he gained experience across multiple assignments, including bike patrol, regular patrol, and most recently, the Enhanced Community Safety Team, a proactive crime reduction unit. During his tenure, he earned several commendations, such as the Marksman Shooter Award, Excellent Duty Award, and the High Merit Award. He is also a certified SWAT officer. Beyond his professional accomplishments, Officer Crutcher is family-oriented and values the importance of community. While with East Orange PD, he frequently participated in community events, working closely with the local youth and building strong relationships with residents. He believes in giving back, fostering trust between the community and law enforcement, and creating lasting connections while balancing his commitment to family and service. I would like to thank Anthony's family members, Mom Sandra, Dad Anthony Sr., Sister Nikaya, girlfriend Dana, for trusting us to look out for him as we do for each other as family. We welcome Anthony to our team and look forward to his positive contributions to our community. The four of you Scott wants to take some pictures. While that, I just wanted to thank the committee again. This is all part of our reorganization, trying to make our department bigger and better to serve our community. So thank you everyone for allowing me to do the hiring and the promotions. We're getting things in place for a bigger, better future. So we're very excited about it. And I'd like to thank all the colleagues here tonight, family, friends, colleagues from other agencies. Thank you guys for coming out to support. We'll just take some photos and y'all can get out of here.
Chris?
Get that.
Yeah, while they're taking photos, I just want to say a few things. Chief Cook, thank you for, well, let them take their pictures. Okay, Chief Cook, thank you for cultivating an environment that is able to produce supervisors like you've given the township. During the promotional process, I see some people here who actually took the promotion here, and you guys did very well. You are the future of this department. There's no doubt about it. The promotions you see in front of us, you are extreme representatives of the community. Your job now is to keep your officers safe and protect them and make sure that the decisions they make are the right ones. Anthony, turn off the TV. Don't pay attention to what you see in the other areas of the world. This town loves its police officers. Stop the car, get out, say hello. It's like nothing you've ever seen. You know, I'm retired from where you come from, you know, over there. And the interactions you have with the community are going to be different. And enjoy being a police officer. It's a lot of fun. Go out there, do your thing, and this committee will always support you in the performance of your duties. And our new captain and our 2 lieutenants, everybody cannot be in better hands than they are with you, and you have our full support. Thank you for doing so well.
Thank you, sir.
I love whether it is something that is a promotional event or any type of swearing in. I love it because I get to see my other family. I get to see the Springfield family. And the people that are being sworn in and honored or recognized or whatever the case may be, the family shows up to welcome them. So to Officer Anthony Crutcher, welcome to our family. To your family, don't worry. We'll take very good care of them, and welcome, for sure. You're going to love it here, and we'll make sure of it. To Captain Ryan Westover, Lieutenant Dan Zeeser, and Lieutenant Keith Christopher, your stories are about family. Being up here, I have probably had a professional or personal connection with you specifically or your families for some time now. The 3 of you have been there for me, for my family, and for this community and these residents, and for that we're extremely grateful. And your promotions are well-deserved, and we know you'll do us proud. On a personal note, out of the 3 promotions, I've probably known Captain Westover the longest out of the 3 during my tenure here. And I got to know Captain Westover pretty well, and I do have to say, for someone who has had family around him in in Edison, to go away from that and come to Springfield, you know, to make a name for yourself in a new community, that is nothing short of phenomenal. And we are so proud that you're here, and we are so proud that you were able to join our family. And we wish you nothing but success in your new position. Congratulations to all 4 of you.
So these microphones are tricky, so if I get pitchy, it's not my fault. I'm sorry. Officer Crutcher, I had the privilege of sitting in your interview, your final interview with the department, and you know, when you want to have an interview, you want it to last about 30 minutes. We were done after 12. So it's a testament to the things that you'll do here that we had to come up with 18 minutes worth of BS to illustrate how qualified and ready for this position you are. You will do great things in this department. Thank you for coming.
It's true.
I just realized that we have our very own Lieutenant Dan in our midst. And once again, I was privileged as chairman of the Public Safety Committee to sit with you for your promotional interview. And to say that I was surprised that like the exactly what you look for in a police officer actually exists. And that's you, Dan Zeeser. You were buttoned up. You were exactly what I want. I was ready to make you chief of police. But
He didn't tell you this, but
he was there. And I'm very excited for the future that you have in this department. So thank you. Lieutenant Christopher, on the day I was also lucky enough to sit in your promotional interview, and to say that he got all of the answers right is really just not at all a fabrication. And I also received a phone call from one of our community leaders, and he said, I want to talk about Sergeant Keith Christopher. And my response was, oh, Jesus. And he said absolutely glowing things about you. And the temperament and understanding that it takes to be, to further yourself in leadership in this department. I really look forward to great things from you, Lieutenant. Thank you. Now, Captain Westover. You were like, earlier today I likened the leadership of this police department to a football team. We have a head coach, Chief Cook. We have a coordinator, Captain Rachel, and we were missing a third coordinator, and that's you. And I know that when you hire a coordinator, you look for a subject matter expert, and you are a subject matter expert when it comes to policing. You were the person that when they were a child, I want to be chief of police one day. And I'm mentioning chief of police way too much in this, I'm sorry. But I know you've already done huge things in this department. You will do massive more, and just know that you have 5 friends up here, and we continue to root for you and cheer with you. And to the 4 people that got sworn in today, thank you. To the people that were part of this process, you are seen, recognized, heard, and appreciated, especially to the people that did not receive promotions this time around. You will soon. But Chief Cook, thank you for being the head coach, and I know this police department will do great things. Thank you.
First off, thanks for everybody, and thank you for all coming. It's appreciated and shows how much of a support we have of the community and the entire department. Toss for Crutcher. Thank you for joining our team. I know you'll make us proud from everybody that has talked so highly about you, and of course, thank you to your family for lending him to us to ensure that he keeps our family and our community safe. So we appreciate you, we thank you, and I know you'll do great things. To Lieutenant Christopher and Lieutenant Zeeser, thank you for your continuing hard work every single day of keeping us safe and continuing to innovate and make our department better and stronger every day. We couldn't do it without you, and we couldn't make our community as strong without your support and your help every day. So thank you. And I know, Christopher, you keep an eye on us. You always mention it when I used to walk in as mayor, and you're like, hey, we saw you, or what this person did, so keep doing that. I'd appreciate that. And lastly, to Captain Westover, thank you so much. A phenomenal accomplishment, exactly what we want, right? A second generation officer that continues to rise through the ranks and makes not only your parents so happy, right? This is deja vu because we kind of already did this, and seeing your parents come in that day before you got sworn in originally, is exactly why we all do it, right? So thank you for you, and I'll see you hopefully at a Rutgers game this season.
One minute. I'll be a minute. I've been up here long enough to see, I think, almost the whole department sworn in. I was here when Chief Cook got sworn in. I remember most of you guys is coming in, and girl and women. I remember that.
We don't have term limits.
But, it's great to see it growing. But as far as Ryan's concerned, I remember when he was a training officer. And who his training officer was. But I've known Ryan since he first started, and saw him grow. And it's well-deserved what he got tonight. You all did. Thank you very much. And I'll take a 5-minute break. Everybody can get out of here. Oh, wait a minute, does Chief want to say something? He likes to talk on a microphone. Go ahead, Chief.
All right, just two things. My timing is off as far as jokes go, but I should have said it right after Deputy Mayor finished his comments. Dan, you will not be bringing me anything to drink or eat for the rest of your career, being that he's got you wide up for my spot. And I just want to take this moment. I know it's a little bit off yet, but there's a bunch of us here. If we can all just, Aaron as well, but we lost our brother, Detective John Patrick. It'll be a year ago to a line of duty injury, October 21st. If you can just keep him in mind, if you want to read about him, he's on our Facebook page. But I just wanted to take advantage of as many people that are here to keep him and his wife and 2 girls in your thoughts. So thank you again for your support, everybody being here, fire, EMS, retired guys from other agencies. Thank you very much. We're all family. Go have a great time. Thank you so much.
We reconvene in 5 minutes.
5 minutes.
PP. Bye.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, thank you. Yeah, close the doors? Say, John, should we close the doors? Yeah. Yeah, close, yes, close them. There's Linda. Linda will get everybody out.
Was he here too?
Linda, want to close the doors? No. Okay. All right. No?
Hey, Apu, do you mind? Okay, or that.
All right.
Don't do it.
No, you can't close them. You can't close the doors.
Close the door.
Leave one open at least, because we have to be open to the public. I need one open.
One door remains open. The meeting has to be accessible to the public at all times.
Yes. Okay,
But I was with you.
all right.
Keep it moving out there.
Public comment on agenda items only, with the exception of Oakland Avenue Park. We are not talking about that in the beginning. We will talk about it, though. Public comment on agenda items only, but not Oakland Park. Okay? Would anybody like to come forward, talk about anything? On the agenda?
Can I say something nice about the police? I
Yes.
know- All right. Drew Stern, Berkeley Road. I'm a senior citizen, and I just want to say to the Springfield community, get involved if you get to know your police. I was being scammed, which they like to come after people like this. I came down to the police department after this person from another country told me, oh, don't tell anybody. I came. Lieutenant Christopher was on duty, and he just got me right through it. He even took my cell phone and talked to those people, and they never bothered me again. It was wonderful. Get to know, for anybody watching there, get to know your police. They're there to help you.
Thank you.
Okay?
Thank you for that.
Anybody else on agenda items only? Seeing none, close that portion of the meeting. Presentation of Oakland Avenue Park. All right. Or we don't have, yeah, put one there, one on the other one.
Yeah, put one on each
Yeah.
side. Can I give some comments on each drawing, or
Excuse me?
can I give some context to each drawing first?
Sure.
Okay. Good evening, everybody. So it took about 3 years of working with Outfront to attain the land that is on Oakland Avenue and South Springfield at the intersection, a little triangle. We went back 60, 70 years, and it was billboards. It is something that had been grandfathered in and was absolutely not something that would have been given today if we were faced with that. These buildings were set on concrete pilings and wood, and they were in there. So out front, after hearing our case and pleading it, agreed to let us purchase this land for $1. Okay, that is the deal of a lifetime for our township, that we were able to get rid of those billboards. Our plan was to build a pocket park for the township and give back some green space. And in addition to, it gave the businesses that would be in that area a place to go and sit and enjoy the park. So our BA and the rest of our administration, applied to the county for a grant. We were granted $416,000 to build this park. And we also presented two different renderings of what we thought it should be. One rendering leaves Oakland Avenue open and has 0 changes. And I don't know which one that is. That's that one over there. That leaves Oakland Avenue open, no existing changes. You see that it has trees and benches and so on. The second rendering closes off Oakland, makes it a cul-de-sac, and gains us about 600 square additional feet. Now, there is no decision made on any of this, all right? Contrary to what you've seen online or so on, no decisions were made on anything. We purposely had a hearing for this, meeting for this with you residents so you can come and give us your opinion. Make no mistake about it. It is our land in the township. We were able to cut down these trees. There was nothing there that was healthy. We had the forester look at it. It's not something that we would, come up here and lie about. We removed massive amounts of concrete pilings from this land that were not permeable in the slightest of senses. The plan is to, as you can see with rendering number 2, same thing, it has a cul-de-sac, it has trees all over. It does have a access point. If you look, you'll see almost a straight shot through from Mountain Avenue to Oakland in case of emergencies and people need accessibility to Oakland. We want to know what the community is thinking on the renderings. It is simple as that. So take a good look at them. One of them will be built, but we would like your input on them. Am I missing anything on that?
The only thing I would like to add is that we're looking for ideas. You want more
Right.
benches, more walkways, more of a gazebo, more shade. So we're looking for input on what you want the park to look like when it's done.
Just so you know, there'll be no vote tonight at all on this. So if you think we're going to vote, we are not voting tonight.
There is, I'll give you a little more. There are additional things that are being done. Traffic studies are being done on the entire area. I can tell you that our engineers and the planners have looked at it. There is no additional runoff problems. There is, as a matter of fact, we removed enough concrete over there that for anybody to sit there and say that we're causing a runoff issue, that's completely false. Because I can supply you with pictures on what those billboards were anchored up on. 5 feet high from ground level, and then probably 4 feet below, filled with concrete. So, both proposals for both planners and engineers are acceptable with no damage or possible issues that the residents of those blocks would face from, weather-related incidents in addition to what they have now. Nothing would cause anything else, according to what our planners and engineers are saying.
No, he said it perfectly.
Right now, good explanation of everything.
Thank you.
Right now, I'm not in a position to be in favor of this park. I'm very interested to hear what public input is, but my mind is open. We're going to go down and then...
No, I think we're open to listening. I think that's the purpose of tonight, and then will be discussed at future meetings after we gather input. I think we've received some written input too. I haven't reviewed that yet, but I'm sure I will definitely review prior, and I'm pretty sure the administration has already put that together. But I know we got in some written input. Adding open space or a park, any green space is, I think, a positive. I will say that. That's where I'm coming from. I don't think parkland, whatever it is, is always a positive. So we'll start there, and then I would love to hear everybody's thoughts. Go from there.
At this time, it's open to the public. You got to come up, say your name, your address, and it's allowed 3 minutes to present your case. All right?
Stephen Sachs, 37 Oakland Avenue. So as you can imagine, on Oakland Avenue, this affects me specifically. Two things. The traffic pattern will change dramatically. In order to make a left-hand turn on Waverly, now I've got to go on Waverly to go around, it'll be impossible. There's no traffic light there. It'll be very, very difficult. That's one. Number two, was there a specific demand, was there an overriding demand by the residents of Springfield to build this park? Were you getting knocks on your door saying, we need to build this park? Because I think that's going to change the dynamics of the area as well. There's going to be a lot more traffic there, probably be kids there doing whatever they do. There's someone going to be policing them to see what they're doing. They're not drinking beer, they're not smoking pot, they're not, whatever they're doing. It's a very quiet area. Oakland's a quiet street. I want to make sure this doesn't change the dynamics of the area. So it's the traffic. There's nothing we can do about that if you close off Oakland. It's really going to change things. And number two, I am a little concerned about having a park in a very quiet area. So someone's got to police that, the garbage, the noise, the whatever. So please take that into account.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Just file up. You don't have to raise your hand.
Hi, Mara Friedman, 85 Linden Avenue. I wrote something that I'm just going to read from it. I just want to say that I was very happy when the billboard at the corner of South Springfield and Oakland Avenue came down. It had certainly been an eyesore. I was also very happy to hear that that area was to be transformed into a pocket park, sitting park. I thought that was a very good use of space. Certainly would be a great spot to enjoy a scoop of joe and a perfect spot for students leaving both Jonathan Dayton High School and FMG to have a gathering meeting spot. It would be a great spot for all others as well who want a location where they could eat, gather, and just spend time together. I am not sure why or how there was ever a consideration to do any more than that. I am 100% against any version of closing off Oakland Avenue. It makes no sense to me to take away the absolute safest way to make a left turn out of that area. It's always difficult to make a left out of Waverly, and there was always traffic coming out of the post office parking lot as well as the lot adjacent to TD onto Mountain Avenue. What would be even worse would be sending any additional traffic to exit next to Turning Point on Mountain Avenue, whether that would be a left or right turn. As someone who walks by there all the time, I could attest to the fact that many cars come barreling out of that parking lot and seem to ignore that there is an actual sidewalk in their haste to exit. The sight line for drivers approaching the sidewalk is very poor with the way the Turning Point building is situated. I also have to imagine that the tenants in the strip mall from Keller Williams to Carney Bank would not be happy with the closing of Oakland Avenue. From what I have read on Facebook, this is not something that residents of Oakland or Waverly want. And closing off Oakland Avenue, in my opinion, does not turn the street into anything resembling a desirable cul-de-sac. Many people have also commented on Facebook that they do not even believe this new pocket park, sitting park will be used. Time will tell. But I certainly do not think that this is the time to do anything other than just to create the park in the area where the billboard was. I think this is a case of less is more. Oakland Avenue needs to remain as is. And I just would also like to add that I think a gazebo in that area the regular park would be great, because if it starts to rain, I mean, I've been caught a lot of times walking. It's nice to have a gazebo to be able to, wait out the storm, and if kids are going home from school and their parents picking them up, it's nice also to have a covered area there also. Thank you, and I think it's great that the billboard is down. That is magnificent, and I think a park there is phenomenal, but I think it should just stay in that area. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Anyone else?
Hi, good evening. My name is David DeBarbery. I reside at 50 Waverly Avenue. I've been on Waverly Avenue for 19 years, so I have more of a concern with the closing of Oakland Avenue because of the street where you come down Waverly, come up Oakland. I've sat there through tons of rainstorms, tons of them. And anytime we get water that's 3 inches or more, Van Winkle Creek starts backing in to that paper road. And that road becomes waves and almost impassable. So I don't know how the town would want to go about building up a berm to try to stop that. You can't get through there. That's number one. Number two, that small road. That road is 20 feet wide. And in the zoning ordinances under streets, minor roads have to be 30 feet wide. So I don't know what you guys got to do. You got to excavate back into the park, cut trees down, the whole thing. You got to provide sidewalks. That's in the zoning, 4-foot wide sidewalks. It's just a lot of excavation down there on that small road. And then the last thing is the cul-de-sac. I see it over here. It says it's a 35-foot radius cul-de-sac. In the zoning ordinances, radiuses have to be 50 feet for a cul-de-sac. So you're going to have to expand that too. So I just don't know how that closing is going to work. I'm really concerned about the residents on Oakland during a huge rainstorm. You're asking them to come down Waverly into a FEMA flood zone, A&E flood zone, coming down. That street is impassable. Or even if they got to get out, coming back out into Waverly, it's just, I mean, I live 2 houses in, and I had water coming up to my lawn. And down there, you just cannot move in a bad rainstorm. So that's my biggest concern. It's the safety and the people on Oakland, because they got to come down into a flood, drive up. And that's really it. It's just those things. But I love the idea for a park. I'm all for that first one. It's a great idea, and that's all I have to say.
Just understand that we asked for ideas.
Oh, I know.
And somebody said a cul-de-sac. So we just,
I know. I'm just bringing up the safety issue of the water down at the end of the street and the width of the street. And it's tight, and it's a lot of zoning, and it's a lot of trees being cut and greenery and stuff like that. So,
all right.
Yep, that's
Thank
it.
you.
Good evening, Chris Schramm, 54 Waverly Avenue. I've been there since 1997 and a resident born and raised here in Springfield my entire life. Went to Jonathan Dayton, FMG, raised my family here and my children as well, so I know this area extremely well. Been through many of these rainstorms like Dave has brought up, my neighbor here, and I have a few points here that I want to bring up. The road at the end of Oakland and Waverly is only 21 feet wide. Both Oakland and Waverly are 30 feet wide. The road was never intended to be a main road, but a convenience for the local residents to access the light for service and emergency vehicles to have a straight route and not to have to back down the streets like they do on Clinton Avenue, because a U-turn is not possible without a roundabout. I know this firsthand about this road as its development, as I was the voice contacting the county and the local government to get it transformed from a dirt mess it was when I first bought my home. It literally was a dirt road, and it was a disaster. And I came here, the town was gracious. They participated in the cost to put in the cobblestone, but the county paved it. And I've been ever grateful for it, and it's improved my life, it's improved the neighborhood tremendously, but it's only 21 feet wide, and it's in a flood zone, green acres, cannot be touched, cannot be widened, you can't touch a tree down there.
Yep.
We want to keep it that sanctuary. The end of Oakland has no drainage or proper runoff. For rainwater or snow melt in the wintertime, this end of the road is often frozen with hazardous ice due to drainage issues. The closing of Oakland will make this issue worse, and funds need to be allocated to correct this. I won't hold my breath, as this has been the way it has been forever. The end of Waverly, you put in culverts. Oakland, it's a dirt mess. If I lived on Oakland, I'd be here every day complaining, because that is a disaster. And it freezes, you slide right off into the woods there every time. There are 5 commercial businesses on Mountain Avenue, stating 191 through 201. They have access to Waverly Avenue by cutting through the parking lot of 211 Mountain Avenue. This happens especially in the evening when there is a line of cars dropping and picking up children at Turning Point Dance Center. Sometimes these cars cut over to the Waverly and cut through the back of parking lot 223 Mountain Avenue to get to Oakland so they can use the light and make a left-hand turn. I would have to assume they do this because they're making a left-hand turn on Mountain, and I know this is the easiest and safest way to exit that area. 211 Mountain Avenue is the cardiologist's office with very high volume of patrons and employees that aren't able to come here and speak tonight. Coming and going during regular business hours. All will be forced to use Waverly solely, affecting the residents and trying to make a left-hand turn. I have been at Waverly numerous times when an elderly patient comes out of the cardiologist's office, doesn't know any better, and is trying to make a left turn, and they are just frozen. And I'm sitting there and sitting there. So I usually just go around to Oakland to avoid these people, to be honest with you. 223 Mountain Avenue has 6 commercial businesses with employees and customers traveling daily in and out of their parking lot using both Waverly and Oakland currently. All of this traffic will be forced to use Waverly only, making a left will be a nightmare, affecting the residents. 39 Waverly, Louis Del Moro building has numerous landscape trucks and trailers that exit the premises on a daily basis and enter the premises during the weekly rush hours. Many times, it is more convenient for them to go around to Oakland Avenue to the light so they can exit onto Mountain Avenue due to the slow nature of their vehicles and to be safe. This will be taken away from them and will make them forced to try to make a left turn in a very difficult situation, causing bottlenecks and backups on Waverly when other residents are trying to exit at the same busy time, as well as commercial patrons affecting the residents. In order for this panel to make an educated decision, I would insist they invest in a traffic survey, which I heard was being done tonight, documenting the amount of vehicle traffic using both Oakland and Waverly currently. And on a weekly basis, I predict it will be 1,000 or more, and the study should be determined if this number of cars can be rerouted to Waverly only without major backups and safety concerns. I would request you also give me one other case where traffic light giving access to a major county or state road was eliminated. It is always the other way around. Lights are added to slow down traffic and give safe access on and off of county and state roads. To sum up my concerns, the panel needs to think hard about the effects this road closure will have on the quality of life for the local residents and business owners, and non-residents as well. If they feel it is a difficult business to access, they may look elsewhere for ease and safety. The town is working hard to promote local business in Springfield. Don't make it worse for these businesses by making the access very difficult. And I would also like to thank you for developing this park. I think this option here is beautiful. It's a big improvement. It will be a positive upgrade for the Mountain Ave Business District and the local residents. But please don't make it a bad move by closing Oakland and making the residents and business customers suffer with unsafe, inadequate road access.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, Allison Miller, 1 Hemlock Terrace. I chair Springfield Environmental Commission. I just want to say thank you for adding a park to Springfield. I'm always complaining we need more protected green space. This is a great thing. I still have a kid in the high school. This is somewhere they can go. They can have ice cream, they can have pizza, they can have a bagel. There's nowhere to go and sit when you go to any of those places. So to be able to go across the street and have a place to sit, fantastic. I live across the street from Laurel Park. It doesn't affect negatively at all. There's kids hanging out there all the time. They're not doing anything bad. It's not a bad thing to live across or next to a park. I just wanted to address that to you, as somebody who lives literally across the street from Laurel Park. Also wanted to take this time, as long as I'm up here and it's public comment, the Houdel Quarry Walk is coming up. Guys, it's a great thing to do. Please come, check out the quarry. It's amazing. And Clean Community Day is November 2nd. Anyone that wants to help us clean the parks, to get rid of some of that garbage, we welcome all the help we can get. And are we allowed to comment on other things too, or does it just have to be the parks?
Go for it.
Okay, one other thing.
Go for it.
As somebody who lives...
You got a minute left.
All right, Laurel Drive. Okay, ever since that man had his pipe fixed, turning onto Laurel Drive, I bought him out every single time from Mizell. It drives me and all the residents that live on Laurel Drive insane. It wasn't like that before. The man had his pipe fixed. Now, all of a sudden, there's a dip there. I have to go all the way around to Southgate and come into my neighborhood that way so that I don't destroy my car. It needs to be fixed. Whoever did that needs to be held accountable, and it needs to be fixed. We're all destroying our cars turning on Laurel Drive. Okay, that's it. Thank you
Can
very
we
much.
look at that?
And if you didn't,
Can we look at that?
Thank you.
Okay.
And
We're looking at it from an engineering standpoint. That was done by the county, just so you know.
well, the county, so who do I need to talk to at the county? Who do we need to?
We were out there with our engineer, we're looking at it, to see if we can smooth it out.
It's so bad. Okay, so you know, you probably bottomed out when you
He
turned
was
onto the
there. I
street.
had them all there with me.
It's
I
driving
promise
me
you we were
nuts.
there because I'm 100% with you on that one. They were there, engineer was there. They are working on something to try to eliminate that severe of a hump.
It is bad.
Promise you.
Okay, thank you.
thank you.
Thank you.
Anyone else?
Come on up.
Hi, Dave Novak, 43 Skylark Road, up on top. I just have a couple quick questions. Are these kind of the final choices, or are they still open for?
They're open.
Oh, they are. So it's potentially you could put cover over here. So
Yep.
Does this include any kind of lighting or anything like that, or are they kind of closed at dark?
Again, as we said, nothing's been really decided. We're looking for input. We actually talked about possibly Wi-Fi. The residents would like to see water in there. They want a water fountain. You know, we're open.
Right, okay, no, that's what I wanted to see, was just how, because I see the two choices,
No,
and I
these
didn't
are
know if
more
you're
rendering.
kind of guiding one to the other. Okay.
Let me give you, I'll interrupt you for, no, finish your thing and then I'll.
No, and then I was actually down there to kind of get a sense of the area, and I noticed that there is a traffic monitoring device, but it's on one of the poles more down the street on Oakland, and it doesn't seem to be in a position to take account of the traffic coming in and out of the parking lot, which I think would be significant. Were there other traffic monitoring devices that I didn't happen to see? I mean, are you monitoring like the top, the middle, the bottom?
Yeah, I know we're doing the studies there. I'm not sure how many devices they put out. We're doing a week's worth of data on each roadway, but if we need to adjust that, it'll be adjusted, if there's not one there already.
Yeah, well, that, I mean, that, for obvious reasons, right, there's gonna be high traffic, and then if it's behind that, it doesn't take that into account. I don't know if that's a.
Yeah, no, we're aware of the business situation too, so
good.
it'll be dealt with.
And then lastly, you know, I hear people talking, and I mean, gosh, the Oakland thing, that's really tough, because they're right, that's a tough left. But along with the park and the idea, people will use it, it'd be great, it'll bring some energy to the downtown. Has anything been done to alleviate any pressures on the businesses? In other words, is TD allowed to do more, Supreme Bagel, the ice cream shop, are they allowed to do more in front of their places so that they can have people sitting there, they can flow out, maybe build out some of that grass and make it a little more of a outdoor area? I mean, can we be a little friendly?
We have an outdoor dining ordinance.
I'm sorry?
We have an outdoor dining ordinance.
Yeah, they're able to do it if they want.
You know, if they want it.
No, I'm just saying, because it seems
Halo
like we
has
could
it.
do a little give and take here, like, you know, have something like this, and this is beautiful, and I do appreciate that. But I'm just wondering in conjunction, because, you know, you had mentioned that that may not be a park and may not be anything at all, which, you know, that's possible, but.
It's possible, yeah.
Yeah, but, you know, another step might be whatever we can do to relax that ordinance or, you know, forgive some small area, just to make it a little easier on the businesses so that, you know, we can bring that energy. We can do that for the kids. We can do that for people that are walking.
We have our executive director of the Business Improvement District. Can we survey those businesses to see if they'd like any outdoor dining,
If they want it.
further outdoor dining options, yay or nay?
That's another thing.
Yeah, I'm just,
No,
since
I
he's
just feel
here.
like it serves kind of the same purpose, and if that were not to pass.
I don't think we did either, but I mean, if there's something that we can be doing, we should do it.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I just want to give you a little bit of context real quick of how the cul-de-sac idea came about. If you go back a few months ago, when the ice cream store was coming into play, there were complaints from Oakland Avenue about the amount of traffic it was going to generate for the block, about parking being an issue, and people parking on the street that were customers of these stores, and there were issues with kids in the crosswalks in the streets. Our response to that was developing the cul-de-sac idea in addition to the leaving Oakland idea. So,
We're just listening to you.
contrary to what you, because David, you and I have had a lot of going back and forth on Facebook with stuff, and there's been some stuff that has just been out of it, right? This was just a response to, okay, we acknowledge that Oakland has a possibility of having a lot of traffic overflow from these stores. We acknowledge that there's going to be parking issues when you have a busy downtown, that there is a chance that you're going to come home and not have a place to park your car in front of your house. We acknowledge that. With the kid issue in the street, well, that's been
going on.
longer than I've been here.
I think
So
there's two crossing guards over
there are
there.
two over there.
School's coming out, right?
Yeah. So that's just how the genesis of it came about. This was not us wanting to, pick on Oakland to shut it down. But that's how that idea cultivated and so on. That's the context behind that cul-de-sac.
Yes, Mark. I'll give you.
Mark Henkes, 89 Troy Drive. Just want to thank the committee for working on the park and the town of Springfield also for working on it, getting those billboards gone. But I am entirely opposed to the closing of Oakland. Just want to go on record for that. Thank you.
All right.
Hi, Drew again from Berkeley Road. I'm not an expert. I like the idea of this park. I happen to, I just want to address the question about kids hanging out and stuff like that. I play tennis at Henshaw. I play tennis at Laurel. I play tennis at Rosner. I'm practically there by myself most of the time, except when there's baseball season is going on at Rosner. Or it'll be a parent bringing their kids to play. And I swear I've never seen a 3-year-old light up a joint to smoke marijuana, all right? So worrying about the kids in this town ruining a park is, I can rest assured it will not happen. And this park looks wonderful. I just wanted to get that in. But I also, since somebody else brought up something, I think we should start addressing, because what happened in Scotch Plains, and I was in another city over the weekend, and the e-bike problems.
I brought that up that was last week.
I'm sorry.
Last week you brought it up. The chief is checking it out because we want something.
We got to get something.
It's also being looked at on the state level.
They're flying up my road.
Yeah.
And, it's
It's
either.
terrible.
And what I saw in Alexandria, Virginia, they have the sidewalks for people to walk on, the streets for people to drive on, and then they put down I know it's expensive, Amazon is paying for most of it, a line just on the side of the street and the sidewalk so the e-bikes can go up it. That's all I wanted to say. Thank you very much.
I also got a call last week because there were e-bikes and that riding around the track.
Yeah.
Over at, Mizell. So, I mean, we're trying to stop everything.
Yeah, and
Not stop everything.
they're also riding on the tennis courts, which I was told to call the police, but I don't want to call the police on a bunch of kids having fun.
Yeah, but if you don't call the police and it gets torn up, you're gonna come to us and say, well, you gotta fix it. And then.
Correct.
Here's the problem we're facing
they
with
don't.
e-bike. Here's the problem we're facing with e-bikes. This is a technology that
Yes.
gained rapid steam within 6 months. If you dial it back even a year or 2 years ago, an e-bike was simply unaffordable for a kid. E-bikes were $3,000, $4,000, $5,000. Well, now you can go to Temu and get an e-bike for $500, $600, $700. They're cheap. They are almost the same price as other bicycles. I don't think anybody expected it to evolve this rapidly. Am I correct with that, Chief?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we've been working with other chiefs in the county. I know we're all getting together and throwing ideas out there, and the captains and I were working on, especially since yesterday, working on something to present to, U5 about that as well.
Yeah, and it's
wanna
being,
try and
and it's
cut it
being, sorry.
And your helmet, I'm sorry.
I was just saying, it's being looked at from, the state legislative perspective. I mean, I was in a meeting today about e-bike legislation, about making it, trying to rein it in because it's already out of control.
It's way out of control.
If I'm not mistaken.
But I'm glad you're addressing it.
and
Thank you.
Deputy Mayor Laufer can, and I'm sure Committeeman Kaiser can, because they work more on the state level. I'm certain that the state will have something in effect sooner than later in regards to e-bike that will supersede anything that will come up with that.
I think it's this year, possibly, yeah.
Anyone else on Oakland? I can't.
Joan Kukian, 551 South Springfield Avenue. A question I have is, you're going to be doing some studies. Will
Yes.
you have another meeting
Yes.
before you make a final decision?
We're
Bef-
months away from making a final
Okay.
decision.
But it's possible you'll have another
Oh, yes.
meeting beforehand.
Yes, we will. I promise you.
Thank you.
I promise you.
Thank you. Thank
All
you.
right. Anyone else?
Come on up.
Usually they don't let you, but I'll let you.
With this traffic study, how will the residents be notified of the results? Will it be public? Do we need to call you? I'm curious when you think this will be done and open to the public to
When we
see the
get it-
results?
When we get it done, we'll be an open meeting, and you can always call the police department. 'Cause they'll be
Do you have an idea of timing? Are we talking
No.
2 months,
It
6
could be-
months? What is it,
It could be 2 months, it could be 4 months.
Yeah, we need a good sampling of it. And honestly, before you guys leave, there will be another meeting, but those issues I brought up to you before, I really want you to think about in terms of, traffic maybe increasing on Oakland, parking being an issue on Oakland. Just think about that, because there will be another meeting with that, and the traffic study's all accounted for. So you guys will have all of the information in front of you with that
I'm
again.
also worried about you guys having all the information in
Correct.
front of you, that you
Right.
can make a good decision.
Right.
And knowing the exact amount of cars that, the survey's being done in front of the driveway into the businesses and getting counted properly coming in on Oakland and stuff
We
like
have
that.
meetings on the second Tuesday and the fourth Tuesday, right?
You got it.
Come to town hall the week before, the Monday before, day before, and so you can think,
So basically, are you saying that the survey will be presented at a meeting, is what you're saying?
Yeah.
That's all, okay.
This is meant to
We'll
be a
get it as-
pleasure
we'll-
for the
we'll
town,
get it.
not a
we'll
heartache.
get it when you get it.
And I don't think, I feel comfortable speaking for everybody. I don't think anybody's looking to make a rushed or rash decision on this.
No, and nor do I think you are either, but I just want to have the information. You have the information. We
Yes.
can really look at this.
100%.
properly. You know, I live there. I know it's going to be a disaster, and now I have to convince you guys of
Matter
that. So, you know, I think the park is wonderful, but the
So far,
left is
so
gonna be
good.
a disaster.
Yeah, thank you. Anyone else? Seeing none, I close it to the public. Okay, now we can go on.
If you guys, we're going to go on to the regular stuff. If you guys want to leave, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Can I leave?
Let's take like 2 minutes.
Thank
Thank
you.
you for coming.
Thank you.
Where you going? Excuse me. Reports, go ahead. No.
No. Let's keep moving.
I want to touch on a couple of things. I've been chasing Verizon again on these poles, the one that's on Mountain and Morris and the one that's also on Center. I got a note back yesterday, and I know that the permits have been issued because we checked with the state. So the construction team is scheduled for markouts, which should clear this week. They said 2 weeks, they should have the poles replaced. It's only been, I don't know, 6, 7 years. So we're getting close, we'll see.
Okay.
Couple of things I want to touch on. Recycling center is there, the convenience is there for the township residents only. We know that there's people going in there not from the town, and we have to pay to get rid of it. Signage is posted for all acceptable items. Commercial vehicles are prohibited, and all violators are subject to a summons. We've had a couple, there's cameras up there now, so hopefully that's gonna slow it down or stop it. Our Johanna Storm Station is completed. Just so everybody knows, with new pumps and motors were put in, new electrical control panels, including the conduit from the street, new exterior fencing with screening. We repaved the driveway and the lot surrounding the station. We actually got done it about 2 months earlier than we thought it would be, which was pretty surprising. Training from the vendor is scheduled for early October. The Caldwell Culvert, we still have not gotten any update on that replacement project. We'll keep everyone informed because that is gonna tie us up for months once they start digging there. You'll see on the agenda tonight on the rezos, there's some awards that have been made. Midvale and Northvale, Midvale and Northview Mill and Overlay with 12 new trees. That was partially funded with a grant of $120,000. Lawrence and Diamond Road Mill and Overlay, and that was partially funded by a DOT grant of $312,000. Our road assistance program will be awarded tonight also. That is for Windsor Drive, that's full curb, mill and overlay, and Highlands Avenue, spot curb, mill and overlay. Schedule notifications will go out as soon as we get done with our pre-construction meetings. I was Mark left from the fire department. We had an incident at the villas today that I notified everyone. There was carbon monoxide. The fire department was on it immediately. We had 25 units had to be evacuated. They thought it was from PSC&G, but on further investigation, it was a transformer that overheated, some of the wires burned, and let off fumes. So I assume that the power is back on. They had to replace some wiring. I was going to ask Mark, but obviously he had a call and had to go take care of a fire. I wanted to show some pictures. Tamara, can you give me something? Let's see what we get first. All right, so there was a question on our traffic boxes. We scraped down all the ones that were not stainless, and this is the first one that we painted with flat black. All of the paint material came in today, so we're going to continue on those. The goal is to start them next week, and they should all be done by the end of October. So within the next 4 weeks, all the traffic boxes should be cleaned and painted. Tamara, next. This is the corner, this is our building on the corner of Mountain and Mars, which is owned as the old bank. They started scraping it, they cleaned the windows, and we're gonna get that building hopefully repainted in the not too distant future. Again, I've stated this before, I know this isn't a home run, you know, we're hitting singles, but at least we're getting some more buildings painted. At least it looks better than it did. This is the building across the street on Morris Avenue. I think it's 162 where the chiropractor is. They are gonna paint this and replace the windows. Tamara, if you can go to the next one. They have replaced the big windows already. They started on it. Again, it's not a new building, but we're getting improvements done. Tamara, go ahead. This is the building across from General Green next to the church. They scraped the building down. And as you can see, Tamara, in the next picture, the building was repainted. It's another building that we picked off. Tamara, go again. This is Patriot Way. They've got the building wrapped and windows in a big portion of the building already. This will be done probably within no more than, by next year, they're gonna be finished and probably ready to rent. Building is turning out really nice. Ruby Field, I was there this morning. They finished the clay and the sod has been put. You can see now where the lip was between the infield and the outfield has been eliminated. All new sod has been put in around the infield. Pitcher mounds were done over and home plate was done over. So Ruby Field will be ready for next season.
Yeah, but can we stop, talk to the soccer club and tell them they can't go on the infield at all?
I will move my bed out there and chase them.
Good. Well, Linda's up.
You know, it's hard, Mr. Mayor, you know, I mean, there's nobody out there. I mean, we've got it roped off, but again, I don't know how we can guarantee nobody's gonna go on the field. Hopefully they don't go on the side. It's brand new. It's gonna take, you know, several weeks to establish. So we've spent a bunch of money, so we're hoping that, I think Ruby Field is turning out great. It really is a nice location. They did a great job on it. Tamara, next. No, there's some other buildings. Where's the other? We got some other buildings we got painted. You're killing me. Come on.
That's where I brought my.
Oh, you kill. Anyhow, now you're gonna have to make me do it verbal. We did get, I think it was 2 other buildings in the center of town painted. So we are continuing to make progress there. We're not done. We're gonna continue to bring in the owners and get them to hopefully continue to move on and paint. Now, there was 2 gray ones that were painted.
We saw those last week, didn't we?
No, we actually had a couple more painted since the last meeting.
Okay.
So we're making progress downtown. Again, I know it's not gonna be what everybody would like, but
Single's still a hit.
we gotta take what we can get for the moment, so
Single's still a hit.
we're trying to make progress. Does anyone have any questions or comments? I'd be happy to answer.
Yeah, I have a comment. 2. Number 1, can you just repeat the first thing you said about Morris Avenue, about the poles? What was that?
Yeah, we have a pole on the corner of Morris and Mountain.
Yep.
It's got wires going into the ground. That has been like that I've been here 7 years. It's been like that for the 7
time.
years.
Yep.
So, and I think I mentioned to you, I called Verizon and told them somebody fell, and they sent their crew out to at least fill a hole in. Now they got to replace the pole because those wires are supposed to have a pole there running down the wires to go underground. Right now, they're just sticking in a pipe. They said within the next 2 weeks, they should be out to replace that pole. If you look at Center Street and Morris Avenue, the wires running down Center, you can reach up and literally grab them, they're so low.
Yes.
There has to be a pole on Morris because the span is too long, so the wires droop. So there's going to be,
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry.
there's going to be a pole on the corner of Morris and Center to support those wires.
They are a little higher than they normally been. I'll tell you right, I know you've
But
been
on Center?
in, Center Street.
Rich, I can reach them.
You were today? They were up a little bit.
If
You
I can reach them,
must
they're
be
not very
low.
high.
John, the timetable for that is 2 weeks?
That's what they've promised us, that they've,
Markouts and-
the markouts will be done this week. And they said that it's on the schedule, roughly 2 weeks to complete the work. So we'll see. I will continue to call the State Government Affairs representative, which is Braxton Plummer. I'm in touch with him. I also have the construction manager's name and number.
Good.
I'll continue to chase them.
My second thing for you is the painting of the buildings. And I guess what I want to expand on with that is you have to realize that Township is kind of caught in a catch. Hitting singles is a perfect way to put it, because ultimately the goal is to redevelop all these buildings, right?
Yes.
If you make a deal with these people and you reface a building, okay, well, they're going to spend an enormous amount of money to reface a building that you're still stuck with three sides of it that is still an old, outdated building that still needs to be redone.
Yes.
At this point right now, we are constantly working with developers, I mean, that's fair to say, in terms of, and the owners in terms of getting these buildings redone. The coat of paint is the easiest thing that we can do without making them spend a ton of money, and then they're gonna fight and say, well, why you just made me spend $100,000, $200,000 to reface a building, and we're still there with the same old problem and the same old building.
And the other thing, we're trying to have a meeting with the bid today with Scott and Mike, and we're talking about trying to put together a program so that we can help the business owners, like with awnings. So we replace awnings so that we get something that is clean, fresh. Maybe, I've been talking to our planner, I've got some downtown standards that we're working on. You know, I guess there's a difference of opinion. Some people would like the awnings to have a common theme. Others would like them to be individual, so that everybody can kind of have what they want. So that's something we're going to need to talk about down the road. But we are trying to address as much as we can. It's tough. It just takes a lot of time.
But I think to Chris's point, and Chris, feel free to correct me if I'm wrong, we're still trying to actively solicit. I mean, we've been redeveloping Morris Avenue for like 60 years at this point. We're still actively trying to, you know, to try and do more than what we're doing. Like we're actively trying to get developers in here and change what hasn't been changed. Painting is absolutely an upgrade. Downtown standards, absolutely an upgrade. But I mean, they're, you know, singles and doubles. We're still trying to hit home runs too.
Just so you know, we've met from Caldwell, the corner of Caldwell, the owners from there all the way up to 78 Bridge.
Yep.
And I've personally spoken to 4 developers about looking at that whole stretch. Is
Yep.
there a way that we can get somebody in to redevelop that?
Yeah.
We haven't given up. It just, again,
And that's, I think it's important to reinforce
Yeah,
that
it's-
while yes,
it's slow.
But it's looking better.
it's looking better,
Yeah,
absolutely.
There's no argument there, right? Every little improvement is a step in the right direction. It doesn't, development takes time. We've seen how deals take many years. Painting it is not a massive investment.
No.
That they're gonna say, oh, I painted my building, I'm not gonna redevelop it in the future,
Absolutely.
or I'm not gonna sell it, right? Painting it is a bare minimum. You don't let your walls in your own house, right, decay. You take care of it, because it's a nice thing to do, and finally, we're moving in the right direction, so thank
And I want to touch on Duffy's Lot also, because we've been working on that. We had a meeting last week, we had a Zoom meeting last week with DEP, and they were actually very amenable to some of our suggestions on how to try to fix that lot so it doesn't flood. So we've got an application going into them, and I will keep you abreast at where we go with it. We're trying to replace the pipe, raise the lot, possibly put a retention basin in the back. So there's a bunch of different options. But I'm optimistic that we're going to get something done and try to get that lot where it's usable. Because right now it's, you park your car and you got to watch the weather forecast, see if I got to run outside and move the car.
Absolutely.
It's like a swimming pool in town.
Yeah. So we're working on it. But again, you have to understand when you're dealing with DEP, it's very time consuming and it's long term. It's not going to happen overnight.
Okay. All right, new business. Second reading, there's none.
Okay, the first reading is ordinance 2025-18. This ordinance amends Chapter 530 of the Township Code to update the animal waste removal provisions thereof.
Oh, I'm sorry. First, Mr. Mayor, I make a motion to adopt ordinance 2025-18 as read by Madam Clerk, publicized in the local source on October 2nd, 2025, with final hearing on October 14th, 2025.
I will gladly second that motion.
Roll call?
Committeeman Weber?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Laufer?
Yes.
Committeeman Capides?
Yes.
Committeeman Kaiser?
Yes.
Mayor Huber?
Yes.
Wait, we need a discussion?
Yeah, well,
I'm sorry.
somebody should run through, so.
Yeah.
You want to, go ahead.
Good.
You can,
This is
you can handle this one.
This is a minor but important update to the pet waste removal ordinance. Right now in town, in terms of pet waste, yeah, everyone has to clean it up immediately. But you're currently permitted to walk your dog and do so along the public street or in between the sidewalk and the public street. We have some streets that don't have sidewalks though, so what this does is it gives pet owners, dog owners, the ability to walk their dog within 3 feet. Where there's no sidewalk, they can walk the dog on the grass within 3 feet. That's within the township's right of way. It's a narrow amount, but we have some areas, some streets
Yeah, we
where
do.
that is the limit of the public right of way.
Yeah,
and
we
want
do.
something we could do uniformly throughout. the
Absolutely.
But this gives it a safe area for the.
But always also clean up after your pets, please. Please,
Yeah,
God.
But I've gotten calls where people spend fortunes on their lawn, and I agree with this. Spend fortune on a lawn, and there's no sidewalk, and people go on there. They call me and say, they can't get on my lawn. I said, yes, they can. You know, and this is, you know, I think it's gonna be hard to enforce, because I know Ally has a hard time, a lot, but I mean, I get calls on it also. Okay.
You say so?
I own a dog walking company. We
Gotta
walk
come.
140 dogs a day. So my people are getting yelled at all the time
Yeah.
for walking dogs on the little bit of grass. But I'll tell you, in the summertime, that pavement gets hot. These dogs burn their paws. They need a little bit of grass to walk on, or they're gonna hurt themselves. So, I've been after all of you guys for this for a while. So thank you so much, because you're really helping dogs. It's, my crew clean up after themselves. We're professionals, this is what we do. But, unfortunately, other people ruin it and don't
Yes.
clean up after their dogs, and shame on them. But, we have to protect our canines. They need a little bit of grass to walk on. And people yelling at us, "You're breaking the law, curb your dog," to be able to say, actually, the law is we're allowed 3 feet is very helpful.
Yes.
So thank you.
You're welcome. Okay.
It says feces, it doesn't say anything about urine, and anybody knows about young dogs or female dogs, they'll go on the lawn, they'll urinate, and you've now got brown spots all through. So I fully understand the other side where somebody says, hey, I spent all this money on the lawn, I want it to look good, please curb your dog, and yet people are still, I live on the top up there, and I had people coming 30 feet into my yard to walk their dog. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, what the hell's going on? But
You're right.
that's the other side of the story, so
Yeah.
I do.
No, I understand. Okay. Resolutions. I'll call them out. Let me know if you want them pulled. 2025-242, 243, 244, 245, 246, 247, 248, 249.
Pull.
249. Who is that?
Yeah.
Okay. 2025, 250.
Pull.
251, 252, 253. I have,
Okay, I'll make a motion to adopt the resolutions 2025-242, through Resolution 2025-248, and then Resolution 2025-251 through Resolution 2025-253 by consent agenda.
Second.
Committeeman Kaiser?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Laufer?
Yes.
Committeeman Capides? Yes. Committeeman Weber?
Yes.
Mayor Huber?
Yes.
And
All right, two,
Resolution 2025-249. This
Yeah.
resolution amends the adopted budget for additional items of revenue and offsetting appropriation, Chapter 159 for CDBG Senior Citizens Transportation Grant, Year 51.
I wanted to pull it only because.
Yeah, we have to make a motion first.
Oh, sorry.
I'll make a motion to adopt Resolution 2025-249.
I'll second.
I wanted to pull it because CDBG is a convening of different towns that we do throughout the county. Community Development Block Grant Program, which is funded by the federal government, and it's essentially free money for towns to improve themselves in certain targeted areas. John, our administrator, and myself sit on that committee, and this is another year of bringing in over $100,000 between multiple projects into the town to do them.
Committeeman Kaiser?
Yes.
Committeeman Capides?
Yes.
Committeeman Weber?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Laufer?
Yes.
Mayor Huber?
yes.
Resolution 225-250, this resolution amends the adopted budget for additional items of revenue and offsetting appropriation, Chapter 159 for CDBG Roadway Rehabilitation Grant, Year 51.
I'll make a motion to adopt Resolution 2025-250.
Second. Same thing as I said before.
Committeeman Kaiser?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Laufer?
Yes.
Committeeman Capides?
Yes.
Committeeman Weber?
Yes.
Mayor Huber?
51,
We did them.
We did those. I will make a motion to adopt payroll and invoices for the period of September 10th, 2025 through September 25th, 2025 in the amount of $5,864,583.11.
Second.
Committeeman Kaiser?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Laufer?
Yes.
Committeeman Capides?
Yes.
Committeeman Weber?
Yes.
Mayor Huber?
yes. All right, correspondence, New Jersey Transit, public hearing, October 23rd, 6 to 8. I don't know, October 23rd. Senior Citizens and Disability Residents Assistance Call 973-491-7772, October 10th, for information. Public comment on any government issue?
Thank you for being patient.
Jeff Chade, 47 Shelley. With the street fair coming up soon, is the town going to have like a tent set up?
What do you
Usual?
mean?
Only for the reason that, like with the 250, I was speaking with Commissioner Harris a few weeks ago about, like promoting the next year and getting the residents to get involved and sign up.
Yeah, I mean, I spoke with Jay, who's kind of led it on a staff level. We'll try and have some literature ideas available for it. I mean, the tough part is getting volunteers.
Yeah.
But we will try and have a presence.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. It's just like
Yeah.
Get more people involved.
Thank
That's
you.
all. Thank you.
Anyone else? Seeing none? All right, executive session?
Okay, Resolution 92525. Whereas Article 6 of the Open Public Meetings Act provides that a public body may hold a closed session, whereas the Township Committee will during this meeting enter into discussion of the following matters: attorney-client privilege and personnel, police department. Whereas the matters to be discussed in closed session are to remain in the strictest of confidence by all Township Committee members in furtherance of their fiduciary duties to the Township. Now therefore be it resolved, matters discussed at this meeting will be released to the public when reasons for discussing and acting on them in closed session no longer exists.
Motion.
Second.
All.
All in favor?
All in
No.
favor?
No action will be.
No action.
No action?
Okay, no action will be taken.
Aye.
Ready?
Aye.